Hi, my name is ELIZA Bellomy, and this is my interview for the pre-teaching program at the University of Houston with a focus on EC through 6th grade. I believe that I bring a very unique perspective to any classroom. I had the opportunity to grow up overseas and gain my education all over the world. From kinder through 12th grade, I lived in 5 different countries, and I had a very diverse group of friends and got to learn in all different countries. I've also had multiple experiences in classrooms. So my senior year of high school, I lived in India, and I got to intern in a first grade classroom one semester, and I went about 3 days a week. And I would specifically work with struggling students, but I also got to work with the class as a whole. And then this past school year, I was hired by Rennell Elementary and Cy-Fair ISD to run small groups for math intervention. And I got to work with 2nd through 5th graders. And I would pull groups of about 3 to 5 students, and we would work on content that they had previously learned in their classroom, and they just needed some extra work and some reteaching. And this allowed me the opportunity to try different teaching methods and adapt to students' needs. I am choosing to focus on EC through 6th because I love to see the growth in younger students. I specifically want to focus in the kinder through 3rd grade area. At this age, they're curious, inquisitive, and eager to learn, and they have a huge imagination, and I love to hear all of their ideas, as well as seeing them learn something for the first time. It's like a light bulb goes off in their head, and it's very rewarding to see students have this reaction. I believe that the most important aspects of an effective teacher are being consistent, building relationships with your students, having your students know that they can rely on you, as well as having respect in your classroom. That goes both ways. It's very important to be consistent in a classroom and that my students know what my expectations are and they stay the same throughout the year. And also building a relationship with students as well as their parents is very important for students to be successful. I'm very excited to build relationships with individual students once I get to have my own class. I would say that my teaching philosophy centers around teaching to students' learning styles. I believe that all students have the potential to learn, but on the same page, not every student learns the same way. I believe it's important to highlight and encourage all the different types of learning styles. And it's important for me to build relationships with my students so that I can teach them in a way that's relevant and engaging for them. In order to do this and support all the students in my class, I need to get to know them and their learning styles. Some students may learn better verbally. That might be a better way for them to gain knowledge, while other students may want to do this with a hands-on activity or a social setting with other students in the class. So I need to provide opportunities for them to access curriculum and demonstrate understanding in their preferred style. For example, I want to offer different ways to assess my students. Some students may prefer to show their comprehension with a project. Others may want to write a poem or draw a picture. There are various ways to show that a student understands the standards other than a paper and pencil test. I feel like my biggest challenge will be differentiating for high-achieving students. Most of my experience has been with EAL students or struggling learners, and I feel comfortable working with those students that need reteaching or extra practice, but I will need to work hard to find ways to extend students who already know the material that I'm teaching. I'm anxious and excited to begin my journey of teaching with U of H.